You play CF and G?
Yeah?
You're in.
This is Frank,
Really?
a movie in which General Hux can't write a song,
Madness. Fucking madness.
and Michael Fassbender's beautiful face is hidden under an even more beautiful face.
Let's fuck.
This is Pikachu's Goodbye,
Goodbye, Pikachu.
the 39th episode of Pokémon in which a Pikachu almost dies. We forget Dark Knight. This is gritty.
Welcome to Film Switch, where we take a movie we love, put it in conversation with something unlikely, and see what we learn.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody
Today's theme,
instead of a bum,
Stifling Potential.
which is what I am.
Our teachers, Lenny Abramson's Frank and Team Oda's Pikachu's Goodbye.
Pikachu?
Pikachu and Frank are oddities in their communities. Pikachu is supposed to be domesticated, but as we see in episode 1 of Pokémon, he refuses to be kept in a Pokeball, and as we see in Pikachu's Goodbye, he quickly adapts to life in the forest. Frank is supposed to be, well, people aren't supposed to walk around wearing a giant head making music like this. But he does it. Like Pikachu, he and his music refuse to be kept in the Pokeball that is the mainstream.
There's something magnetic about beings like these. They show dreamers like Ash and John that they can be bigger than the Pokeballs they feel trapped in. Pikachu inspires Ash to be the very best by being such a good Pokemon himself, and Frank inspires John to find his voice as a songwriter.
I don't think I've ever been able to find my core songwriting themes.
By having such a clear voice himself.
You can write a song about anything. Moon standing tough.
The opportunity to work with such exemplary artists is irresistible, but together Pikachu's Goodbye and Frank say the stakes are high when working with raw talent. If you're gonna do it right.
Ash befriends Pikachu. Their partnership is one that will go down in history as one of TV's greatest pairings for a reason heard in the theme song.
You teach me and I'll teach you.
There's a give and take. For every lesson Pikachu helps teach Ash, Ash helps Pikachu hone his abilities. No one takes more than the other, an ideal upheld in Pikachu's Goodbye. In the episode, Ash sees how happy Pikachu is out in the wild. He shakes tails with other Pikachu, he sings weird, but earnest songs with them. In witnessing all of this, Ash realizes that having Pikachu by his side means keeping him from his natural habitat.
While Ash does his best to keep his pal happy by going on adventures and gathering badges, the fun they have doesn't hold a match against Pikachu interacting with his own kind. A truth shown here when, after beating Team Rocket, Pikachu lands in Ash's arms,
You did it, Pikachu!
only for him to run off and celebrate with the other Pikachu. To Ash, this stands as proof that his Pokemon is happier in the forest, where he's nobody's Pokemon. There is no jealousy or anger in this realization, just bittersweet acceptance as evidenced by his sad but understanding smile. Keeping Pikachu by his side would mean taking more than Pikachu could ever give. He would rather them go their separate ways than make Pikachu sacrifice his happiness for the sake of his own success as a Pokemon trainer.
You're leaving Pikachu?
That's right. My mind's made up.
Ash's decision might be considered rash,
Goodbye!
but really it's the ultimate sign of respect for Pikachu and his talents. As Ash implies,
All of these Pikachu here in the forest need you.
Pikachu's skills would be better served in the wild where they can be used to save lives as opposed to battle other Pokemon. Instead of limiting Pikachu's potential, Ash takes steps towards unlocking it.
This is for the best, I guess.
John, on the other hand, is nowhere near as loving of his Pokemon.
To John, Frank is a business opportunity. He looks at him the way Team Rocket looks at Pikachu.
Just look at all of them.
Team Rocket doesn't care about the wonders Pokemon could perform out in the wild. They only care about the praise they'll get for catching so many Pikachu.
If we turn over this many Pikachu to the boss,
We'll be promoted for sure.
John is the same, only his Pikachu insulated seizure net is South by Southwest.
Standing tall.
Ever since the Tough song, John's been filling Frank with these ideas of fame
That's amazing. People should know about you.
and has been trying to rein his music in to be more likable.
What if we pull our corners back?
But as we see by his move on stage,
Here's a little song I wrote. I hope you like
the ideas were never meant to serve Frank. All John wanted was to get on stage and sing his own song, take the spotlight for himself. John took advantage of Frank's quirk to get to that stage, to be the very best he could be. And the worst part is, John's best is still shit.
Music shit. Music is shit.
There was no positive in separating Frank from the band because John is a genuinely bad musician.
Yeah, I know what it feels like to try and write a song and it just comes out shit.
Instead of doing what Ash does with Pikachu, sit from afar and enjoy the fact that his friend is expressing himself through the music he's making,
John tries to meddle,
What if we pull our corners back?
tries to fix it,
Just a bit less.
tries to turn it into something that can help his career. And again, that something is shit.
Music shit.
Now, this is not to say Ash doesn't use Pikachu to be the very best, but as we said, he doesn't only take. He helps Pikachu be the very best too. As Misty and Brock point out,
They all made it back safely.
Yeah, Ash really trained Pikachu well.
without Ash's training, Pikachu would have never been able to help save the Pikachu from Team Rocket. The duo maximizes each other's potential. John, on the other hand, is exactly what Clara
in this bag.
and Carla Azar's characters say he is.
His only hope is to live up to your talent like a dick.
As we said, our teachers showed there is a wrong way to go about collaborating. You cannot enter a creative relationship looking to make yourself the artist you want to be. You have to go in looking to make each other the best pair of artists you can be. Pikachu's goodbye and Frank come together to say whether it be Pokemon training or songwriting or in our case video essaying, you cannot be a self-serving John. Ticks like him suck the life out of the best artists in the world. Creative relationships should be entered with the attitude of an Ash or the Saran or
Frank's band. Enter with the intention to complement each other, not stifle the other. And if you find that you are stifling the other, be willing to leave. If you weren't crushing their potential, they'll return. If you were, they'll stay away. And hopefully you will too, because if you don't, you'd be ruining one of the best Pokemon writers, bands in the world.
Thank you for watching this episode of Film Switch. Make sure to check out our old one. We did some on Batman and The Witch and all this cool stuff. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, help us grow. Bye.